Place is all kinds of creepy. I'm just saying. Oh, that way's barred. Okay. Outgoing message. Weezer, have you seen my office key card? If this is one of your little tests, it's not funny. Security is already at full burn. They're going to lose their bolts when they catch me taking the long way around to the faculty areas. Please tell me it's sitting on your desk or something. Order to minimize damage to company property and/or personnel. Please observe the following guidelines during the volunteer induction process. Do not touch and/or handle test subjects. Please defer to security personnel. Avoid using inflammatory phrases or terms such as untested chemicals. Consider patented Spacer's Choice formula. Test subject considered valued volunteer. Cells considered living quarters. Remind subjects that compliance is one of the requirements of their contract with Spacer's Choice. Do not interrupt official Spacer's Choice communications and/or marketing while directing volunteers. Architect's balls. Is that all of the guidelines? Look, these people are coming here from Tartarus. Don't let your guard down. Don't get friendly and don't get close. If everyone does their jobs right, volunteers will leave this facility as free and upstanding citizens. In light of certain recent developments, our friends at OCI have generously provided us with advice and guidelines intended to ensure the best possible outcomes of our research here at Human Inquiry and Auditing. To that end, we will be establishing new testing parameters and volunteer preparation guidelines effective immediately. These guidelines will be provided to you at your stations. I really would like to congratulate you all on what you've achieved so far. Keep your heads down and your minds focused on the work, and the rest will come easy. If you have any concerns, kindly forward them to my assistant, Benjamin Morley. Every volunteer means just that, Miss Sonoda. You're entering a vital phase of the testing process, and that means every volunteer participates in the trials. It's all the more critical that we maintain careful records of the dosages involved, of course. We are counting on you for that. Cool. I can't go anywhere near there. Oh, yeah, this is gonna be fun. Volunteer quarters sounds awful.
I thought these folks were supposed to be volunteers. Why do they got them bunking like prisoners?
Honestly, boss, I've seen cysty pigs with better living arrangements.
I mean, they're from Tartarus, so they're obviously prisoners of some kind. So there's like a key card in the bathroom. Get everything? Looks like it.
Welcome, volunteers. This office environment is where we will test your communication, paper management, and self-motivation skills. This is your time to shine. You may just find yourselves doing similar work at a real office someday. Remember, compliance with all instructions from facility personnel is stipulated in your contracts.
Got it. That was clean.
Kind of feel bad letting waste these poor test subjects, but at the same time, I don't kill them, they'll kill me. So, Plus, you know, who knows what they got locked up on Tartarus for. So there's that.
Welcome, volunteers. This office environment is where we will test your communication, paper management, and self-motivation skills. This is your time follow instructions from facility personnel as stipulated in the contracts.
You're testing supervisor's passcode. Get inside the observation room. Search the administrative level.
Wow, you could spy on just about everyone from here. Mr. Thompson would have been over the moon.
Okay, so it's not really part of the floor so much as at least the last two floors are easy. So these are really the only hard floors left. Test chamber 2. Okay, so there's nothing else in this little spot? I guess not. Okay, I'm cool with going around, so let's go around.
Feel good. I don't feel good at all.
I mean, there are a lot of dead bodies around, so I can understand you not feeling too good.
I don't want to see no more. I can't take this.
Let's get out of here, boss. We've seen enough.
Chill, Pavardi. We'll be out of here soon. Oh, so many messages. I don't want to play anymore. Let's just do our jobs, okay? This reads bad. Okay, my 10 bits are on 52F. I know what you're thinking. He's so skinny. That's got to be bad odds. But I'm a gambling man, Victoria, and I've got an eye on for this one. What do you think? The truth? Notice anything? No, I'm not talking about subjects, Vicky. I'm talking about the numbers. I've been keeping track of how many bodies we process every day and every week, and the numbers fluctuates, but never too much. 1 and 3 and 2 and 5 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 2 and then 10. Just look at that chart I left on your desk. You can see for yourself that there's a pattern. You see it, right? I guess I could take this. Oh. Up there. Well, that's tempting. Alright, let's get back to what we were doing first.
Get him strapped down!
Dr. Blakesley.
Subject demonstrates catastrophic personality collapse. Fucker bit me.
Marion.
Interesting. I think I'm going into shock.
They have a lot of different kinds of test chambers. Interesting. I like how you can largely skip them if you need to.
I don't believe we've discussed the side effects, Dr. Ambrose.
The drug's not ready for release yet. The side effects are immaterial.
So it's dangerous. Perhaps it results in some thrilling mutations. Forearms, maybe? Or a second head?
Try delusion, paranoia, gastric bleeds, violence, and fatal insomnia. Shall I enumerate every way our volunteers have died? Suicide by automech, suicide by hanging, starvation.
Cut the recording, Georgie.
You sure, boss? I just put on a new cylinder. Stroke, spontaneous combustion, internal exsanguination.
Just turn it off.
Those are cool stats and all. Might keep one outfit. Okay, so where are we supposed to be going now? To the elevator. Okay, that's what I figured. So we could, in theory, skip all this. Let's skip these two chambers, basically, is what we haven't done, and we haven't read messages from this machine. Let's do that real fast. Let's do the observation logs. Compliance testing phases. Data entry, physical exertion, mild physical exertion, strenuous social exclusion, sanctioned violence. Sanctioned violence? Subjects 1A through K were given forms of writing implements and instructed to fill them out to corporate standards. Upon completion, forms were placed into an employer-sanctioned shredding device by a technician. Test was then repeated. Observational notes. Kendall objected to further testing after completion of second set of forms. After 5th, volunteers to be after 10th. No further objections were remaining from remaining volunteers. Hobbs was determined to be functionally illiterate and tagged for early advancement to the second phase of compliance testing. Subjects 5A through K were given visual demonstrations of multiple physical exertions. Note, thank you, testing at Aston Lindman. Then instructed to replicate them in accordance with verbal instructions. Observation notes. 5H complained of physical exhaustion after 5 minutes, missing numerous verbal cues. Subjects A, E, and K failed out at around the 15-minute mark. Test was terminated after 3 minutes as the technician became too hoarse to provide instruction. Subjects are instructed to follow a closed circuit around the perimeter of the testing chamber for the duration of the test. At random intervals, technicians provide vocal cue reverse course. Observational note. Of the 8 test subjects remaining in the group 27, 6 responded to vocal cues. Subject D became aggressive and was removed. Subject B collapsed 30 minutes into the experiment and was removed. Remaining subjects exhibited compliance with all vocal cues for the remainder of experiment. Technician's amendum. Observational data compromised due to experiment failure. Technician S was found incapable of continued observation due to incessant weeping and was withdrawn, flagged for disciplinary measure. Subjects are isolated and instructed to select one member of their experimental group for immediate removal from their volunteer program. Observational notes. A volunteered. F. B is unresponsive for duration of testing procedures. C deliberates for 5 minutes, 36 seconds before volunteering subject E. D is unable to recall the names and or identification of his fellows, but has volunteered each of them in turn, citing immediate need for additional compound X injections. E volunteers F. F refuses to comply with instructions for duration of testing session. G exhibits extreme confusion, extreme emotional distress, demands morning injection. Time as the previous note is 1400 hours. Subject exhibits extreme aggression. Subject terminated. Subject instructed to fire at shrouded target. One industry standard fashion modeling assistive device mannequin. Subject is not informed of the nature of target. Observational note. Subject has fired at target. Auditory reward initiated test results. Subject is fired at observation with automated security enabled testers reset. Subject has fired at subject other automated security enabled test reset. Subject fired at subject other automated security. Subject fired at target automated reward initiated. Subject refuses to fire. Subject refuses to fire. Subject refuses to fire. Technician minimum. Subject unresponsive. Test reset. Outgoing messages. Hey Andrea, Dr. Blexley started to come down here pretty often, usually for the morning shift. She hasn't said anything, just watches us go through the tests for a while and then gets up and walks out. Weaver tried to give her a report, I think, but Blexley gave her a look and that was the end of it. You think we're doing something wrong? You tell me if you knew anything, right? I'll split my lunch with you again. Oh, and hey, great game last night, huh? Yeah, we're going back to the mannequins for Phase 5. None of the test subjects felt too torn up about shooting killer bugs for Monarch, I guess. Should make things easier for you to over and disposal, right? The best part is that one of the cages didn't close properly last night, and a couple of the little manipulars got loose. Who knows where they are now? Morley had an absolute fit. I don't think he likes bugs. I found them and killed them. It was fun. Okay, so we're going to finish reading the incoming messages, and then we're going to save and get out for the night. In light of certain recent incidences, I'd like to remind you all it is paramount that you follow all Spacer's Choice guidelines regarding safety and security. Yes, you will suffer professional and financial consequences if you are found to be responsible for damaging company property, but here at HIA, inattentiveness and recklessness also endanger high limited company resources and threaten our overall production schedule. Think about what we are all here to achieve, then consider whether you want to be the one that lets us all down. Luckily, any and all injuries suffered by the volunteers this past week have been minor. All testing will proceed as scheduled. A reminder that all personnel are advised to report to the infirmary if they experience any symptoms listed on the notice LeBlanc provided earlier this month. It is strongly suggested that you use your allotted break to do this, as any losses to productivity will be reflected in your paycheck and or indentureship agreement. Hey, you and Andre talk about tossball sometimes, right? Have you noticed anything different about him lately? I'm pretty sure he's been at his desk all night. I was going to congratulate him on his newfound productivity, but I took a look at his reports just now, and some of them have very basic formatting errors. It's not like him at all. Maybe you could ask him about it. Is something wrong with his terminal? He should probably get it taken care of sooner rather than later. If we're going to meet OCI's figures this month, we'll need to double our testing capacity over the next few weeks. To that end, I need everyone in observation to work with disposal to have the preparation time between tests. Have the volunteer exit it at a jog if you have to. Just try not to let them see the bodies. Lastly, look, Embry lost his head because he couldn't keep up with the work. He was never going to amount to anything, and we all knew it. The surprise is that he lasted this long. I don't know why my reports are any of your business to begin with, but I know how to use a damn computer. I bet Weaver put you up to this. I've been working twice as hard as anyone else in this office this past month, and now she thinks I'm going to outpace her. But maybe it's simpler than that. These emails used to just be a nuisance. Now I'm starting to think maybe your loyalty's to some other corporation. Okay. Done and done. So. What we have here is a bunch of enemies in these two testing areas. And then we still have to go up to the top, finish out our mission. So, we will save that for Friday. We will come back on Friday and we will do the rest of this building, and then we will go through and do the next building. So these two buildings kind of link to another one. The first thing we'll do after that, though, as soon as we finish this, we'll go back, we'll sell, and we'll clear out the mission with all the phone logs we found. I think it's branching at this point. There's a point where you can turn the logs into one person or the original person. So we'll figure out what those options are. We'll kind of figure that out. And then we will launch into the last area. And that should probably be it for this DLC. So that may take us all Friday. It may not. We'll kind of see. We'll figure out how it goes. If it doesn't take us all Friday, I already have something else lined up for us. So it's not a big deal. So as always, thanks guys for chilling out with me. I hope to see you guys Friday. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please come by the channel sometime. Love to have you. I stream Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and Sundays. And, thanks guys for being here. And we'll catch you next time. Bye.